What's good, guys? This is 067 Jox, and we are going to talk about the MDL Season 3. We're going to look at the different teams that have been drafted. And today, with me, we got Fee, or Phil, however you want to pronounce that. Got anything to say?
I got nothing to say. So this is MDL. This is our draft league, and I am in another draft league, and that's LCPL. Or no, it's
Yeah,
not
but they're
LCPL.
shit compared to us, so no worries.
Yeah. But I think this league is a little bit more competitive because a lot of good shit is drafted.
Yes?
Do you want to start?
No, I actually got nothing to say because this is like more Vipers team, I think, actually.
Really? Alright.
Yeah,
so,
no, I was sick, so we got Tyrant and we got Piggyback, and actually when I think about it, we kind of our idea here is to have like a solid defensive team while still being able to apply offensive pressure. So we got a couple things that got a high attack stat and then still got a high HP stat and so on, like Munchlax and Timber.
But still
but
having
also-
Sandile.
Yeah, we got Sandile too with shitty attack stat and shitty
Shitty attack stat. But looking at your team, you have things like Staryu, you have Munchlax. I know Munchlax, and the thing has a lot of moves. Gong Shot, Seed Bomb. I'm afraid of the thing.
Return, Earthquake, Fire Punch.
There are a couple of things I did not really understand, like drafting Pumpkin or Phantom so early, and drafting that Sandile. Because Sandile does actually not a lot for you because you have a Grimer, and you don't need anything to Sutra. Or was it just for the Moxie Sweep?
Yeah, no, Sandile was actually there for partly for the Stealth Rocks and partly for the
Stealth
speed.
Rocks? Alright. Oh yeah, you lacked some speed, even though you had a Salandit and a Staryu.
Yeah, no, but the thing is, especially in this metagame, like right now in the draft league, we might not need as many fast sweepers, but it's good to have several options instead of just two Pokemons over 17 speed. So we wanted, first of all, we wanted Sandile, which is a solid Scarfer, and it can Stealth Rocks, and then we picked Voltorb because it's like 20 speed, which is speeds.
That Voltorb pick was, in my opinion, pretty huge because this allows you to run to outspeed everything, and you can make things that run 19 speed, like they could run 80 speed with a positive nature for things like Sandile. But now they need the full speed to they need to run full speed, whatever. I just saw that Staryu and I was like, no, you don't need it. You have a lot of different speed tiers. I like your team, to be honest. A lot of different types, even though you have some common ones like poison types in Grimer, Coughing, and Desalanded.
Yeah, we had an idea there that we were going to do some type spamming, at least with poison, which is at the moment a very solid typing, with fighting types being so common and then the fairy types being so threatening.
Yeah.
That was at least the main idea. But yeah, that's. I do believe we've got a certain setup that we're going to go through. We're going to go through speed tires, which we've covered. Types.
Yeah, we did it, and I see you have some Moxie Sweep. I'm ready for that. I wanna see you sweep with some Litleo.
Is either Litleo or Salandit.
Yeah. But last thing, what do you think gets the most kills of your team this season?
Timber.
Timber?
He is definitely going to be the MVP of our team.
Yeah, you got that so late in the draft. I don't even know how. Well, it was points. Yeah, I know how, but I still don't know how you got it. Like Timber plus Staryu. But we are going to the next team, and that's Altaria von Sweep and Bishop Brawler. So
yeah, it looks like they've got a pretty solid Aurora Veil team. They got a Shell Smash Sweeper, they got a Belly Drum Sweeper, Speed Boost Sweeper.
they got perfect hazard removal.
Yeah. They've got 3 defoggers
But
and a spinner.
Why
they got
did
a
they
Demon
go for
Solid spin
defog
marker.
over? Like I that Piplup with Auroraveil, if you go for the Defog, you remove the Auroraveil. So it was like, why?
Yeah, that's true.
But at the same point, that Pumpkaboo can be everything in this draft. It can be fast, offensive, or it can be bulky. I think that is one of the best mons in this draft.
Yeah, it most likely is. It's so versatile compared to other Pokemons. As it changes its speed, its HP. I think that those are the only stats that change though with the forms. But still, either being a really fast setup sweeper or a slow bulky tank, and all the things it can check and counter. It's such an amazing Pokemon in my opinion.
Yeah, it is. And that Zubat is annoying the shit out of me. God damn it. Do you see any weakness on his team? I think it's pretty solid with all the different types, and he has a lot of immunities, like fighting. He has electric immunity, ground.
Yeah, no, I think if the opponent got the correct fighting type, then I think that's actually a big problem, because most fighting types can carry both rock and poison and dark moves. So for example, Mienfoo can be like Poison Jab, Stone Edge, Knockoff, and then just High Jump Kick or Drain Punch, whatever you want, without really needing U-turn. Same goes for, well, Scraggy is not an option anymore though, but my Timber, for example, actually there's not too many people who's got a fighting type. We got
I think your Timber has the best matchup versus it.
Yeah, that's probably true.
But nonetheless, it is one of the scariest team because of the Bellydom, Shell Smash, and the Fail.
Actually, wait, never mind, he's got Ponyta. I was thinking he's got nothing for Ponyard, but he does, so.
I think he really thought about his draft. I don't know how much Eltario actually drafted, but I know Bishop was like, he wanted to pick so much. Like, I took hours to pick.
Yeah, the team looks weird at first, but it's probably one of the most solid, if not the most solid team this draft, I think. Just because it's got such a variety of different playstyles that he can try to use.
Even before Sandrush, I think the most kills on his team is the Carvanha.
Yeah, most likely. That looks like the most solid win condition, because it doesn't need anything to set it up, really. And it can come in several times in revenge kill and so on.
Yeah, it gets
which is something
a lot of revenge kills this season. And I think that he's going to run one sub. Like, we're going to switch out, going to sack something, he's going to sub up, and he's going to win. I'm going to predict that. But that mon has like Poison Fangs, Psychic Fangs, Ice Fang, it has a lot of moves. I like it.
It does, yeah.
Alright, next team. My team, alright. To be honest, your turn. I have nothing to say about my team.
Yeah, first of all, I really like how your team is actually really fucking slow. But at the same time, you got Surskit to make up for that, and that Elekid and Tailo is so fast, and both are so versatile.
Yeah.
They can probably pull off several roles, actually. You got a couple different win conditions. You could run either Shell Smash, you can run Surskit with, and then just
Surskit as a win condition, or just as web
No, as a web setter. Or you could just run what I'm really scared of, to be honest. No, my team wouldn't struggle with that because we've got Timber, but that Papatas plus Lily.
Yeah, it's bulky as hell, man.
It really is. And then with, for example, Grimer to support them, dealing with fighting types. That's actually a really solid defensive core. You got Stealth Frogs, you got Whirlwind, Toxic, and you can basically do whatever you want with that core.
Yeah, but there are some threats to my team. Like, ground offense is a little bit scary. My only immunity is Tailo, and my resist is Surskit.
But then again, Onyx is a big problem to your team.
Yeah.
I'll just say that at once. You got Mienfoo, you got Shelter, but still is probably the biggest threat. Mudbreak can be a bitch, but
Mudbreak is a bitch.
You got that Tailo again, though. Also,
I'm going to run the Firelight Surskit for Mudbreak. Don't you worry. But the and there's another huge problem for my team. There are actually two. My hazard removal is Defog on Talo and Rapid Spin on Shelter. And I don't see me running Rapid Spin on Shelter too much because I want to win with it. And Talo and Defog on Talo is like you're sacking your Talo to get to remove rocks. But at the other hand, my team is not really weak to hazards. And the other big thing about my team, I have huge speed gaps. Like I have 20 speed, 90 speed, and I have things like 8 speed. So speed creeping me is going to be easy.
Yeah. No, I was thinking when I first saw your team, you got Skrelp and you had that Lily and Grimer. I was thinking, oh, okay, he's going to draft something that can set up Trick Room.
Oh, Trick Room.
And then you get Honage and Surskit for the last one. I was like, oh, okay. Surskit plus Cranidos is a huge.
Yeah, that's going.
That's probably going to be. Normally I would say that Shelter is what is going to get the most kills this season from your team, but to be honest, I think it's going to be the Cranidos. I've seen you use that thing before, and that is.
I used it defensively, and I got like 3 kills, even though it was defensive. The thing has base 19 attack. Like, what? I think.
Yeah, no.
It's maybe weird to say, but I think the most kills goes to Talo. I'm going to bring Talo a lot, I think, because Talo is really solid. It's like a Dodo, but we banned it. And there's a mon like, do you see that Teddiursa? I think people are not going to counter it, and I can just go for the facade and break everything. If you don't have a scarf, I can just run Teddiursa and win.
Yeah, most likely.
Next team.
Oh shit, we got someone joining us, I think. Or do we? I don't fucking know actually.
Alright, next team. It's Sun.
Next team.
Alright, where to start with this team?
First of all, the Chlorophyll spamming. Pulba plus Bellsprout.
And he has Rain.
Either a defensive Chlorophyll sweeper or a really offensive one.
He's
got a drill bow, so you know it looks like a really standard something actually. Meowth, MK, you know.
I think MK just drafted things that he really likes. Like
Meowth,
he likes Meowth, he likes he doesn't like the Drillbur, he did not like that pick, but I think it fits his team really well. And
yeah, it really does.
Look at his
that was
back
probably
to his...
the biggest pick he's got.
Yeah.
Also, those 3 water types in a row at the end.
Rain.
That was, in my opinion, a huge misplay on his part.
He could use so many things, and he gone for a Rain playstyle, I think. Like, if you look at his team, he has Sun, Rain, and he has a Carol Blast. I don't know what the fuck that Carol Blast is doing there, but it's looking retarded, and I love it.
You know, apparently they actually had a really good idea behind that. I think MK was in team with Nemesis, but back then. And he told me they had like this really good idea for it, but it couldn't, obviously it couldn't spoil it.
Oh yeah.
And now he's gone, so you know there's that.
Yeah.
Also, he's got the possibility to use Sand because we got one, he's got a Magnemite, which is just solid on a Sand, usually due to Steel type. And then he's got a Sand Force on the Diglett, and Sand Force or Sand Rush on Drillbur, which again is really fucking solid.
Wait, he has 3 forms of weather. That's pretty.
That he can
funny.
abuse with a still solid team. Yeah. I still think that he's mainly going to use Sun.
He has 3 picks that I really like, or 4 picks that I really like on his team. He has the Drillbur. That's just he sniped me on that. I want a Drillbur. Maybe on my 2nd pick or 3rd pick because it's just so solid. The Tortuga, I think Tortuga gets a lot of kills for him. The Vulpix and the Meowth. Meowth is going to hinder us for running things like Fast Sweepers.
Yeah, no, the Meowth is just a solid pick in general in draft leagues. Because it just stops setup sweepers like right away there. Also, I really actually like that Diglett of his. I don't think it fits his team. But I just
it
really
gives him speed.
hello Diglett.
Yeah, I love it.
Yeah, his team is kind of he does lack some speed though. But the thing is, he does make up for that with all the weather.
But
So it's not really a huge problem for him.
But if you look at his team, he has a lot of grass types, a lot of ground types, he has a lot of water types, he has a lot of steel types, he has a lot of type spam, and I think at the last 3, like you said, he could better get something like a... what did he need? I don't know, a ghost type or anything? Something
Yeah,
to...
no, he's really weak to fighting types.
Yeah.
Because, like, Bulbasaur, okay, with a wild life that thing can actually fight the types, but Bellsprout can't, even though it resists. Carablast is also frail as fuck, so you can't really tank a hit unless a Violite with some sort of defensive spread, which isn't really that. You can't abuse Carablast like that. You don't get to abuse the No Guard and Mega Horn properly with such a set. So I think he's going to have a huge problem with. Well, he's got Slowpoke. So,
I just got some coffee from my mother.
You just got some?
Free coffee.
Oh, okay, that's actually kind of tasty. I've got tea, so I'm not really in need of coffee right now.
What do you think gets the most kills in his team? I think it's the Bellsprout, obviously.
Yeah, no, I'm actually going to bank on Meowth.
Meowth? Oh yeah, that Meowth is... Well, if you have a really bulky mon like Volibee, it's not going to do that much. But at the same time, he can run Icy Wind, Shockwave, or any hidden powers.
Yeah, it's definitely the most versatile Pokemon on his team.
Alright, team number 5. And this team looks so good.
Yeah, but the problem, and this team really got a problem with the speed. Because it's got nothing over 17 speed.
Oh, it did not.
It's got many Pokemon with 70 speed. It's got Archon, Chinchou, Onyx, Houndour,
I'm going to speed creep the shit out of him. 80 speed Elekid with modest and extra defense.
Exactly. Yeah. He's got a fletchling, but you know, if hazards are up, and he's got no... Well, he's got Defox on Archon, and
for
I think Fletchling can run Defox. I don't know, no he can't.
For a slow team, he has things like Fletchling and Riolu. That's...
Yeah. Yeah, he's got a lot of priority. He's got a possible quick attack on Archon, possible Sucker Punch on Chinchou, Sucker Punch, Houndour, Brave Bird, no, Acrobatics on Fletchling, if hazards aren't up. He's got Riolu with Prankster, but at the same time, you can't just bank on priority moves all the time. You can't threaten everything out like that.
True, because most of the sets are going to be a lot out of his favor, because we can just... Yeah, we can just assign his speed. Like, you can make your Voltorb 18 speed and don't care about it. But
yeah, exactly.
I just found out something funny about his team. Phil, I found out something funny about his team. All his Pokemon, other than Fungus, are 15, 16 or 70 speed.
Yeah.
Like all. But he got some solid picks. First round Chinchou pick, I would not really agree with that. But I like it. And that's... How did he get Fungus? That's what I want to know.
I don't know. Fungus is probably the least versatile Pokemon you got in LC.
But it does his job.
It got 6 or 7 viable moves, and that's about it. It's got one set to run. Pretty much.
Yes.
I tried Life Orb and the Trick Room once, and it's just...
Life Orb and Trick Room?
It didn't work properly.
Oh, did you try Infamy set?
Okay, but... Huh?
Did you try the Infamy set? Growth?
No, I haven't tried that yet.
It was pretty funny, like Giga Drain, Sludge Bomb, Growth and hit the Power Fire. And then with Vulpix. And no Spore. No. But the mon I'm the most scared about, and you know why, it's the Psyduck. So I'm going to look a little bit retarded, but all the teams have some weather, and the Psyduck can just come in, remove the weather, and it can outspeed things. Like if it comes in on a Bellsprout and it goes for Solar Beam, it needs to wait a turn, he goes for the Ice Beam or Psychic and takes it out, because it cannot switch.
Yeah, No, that's actually a really solid pick for him. For them. And probably, in my opinion, the biggest pick they got. Aside from like Onyx, which we've talked about it
It's
earlier.
really big.
It's a really fun Pokemon.
I think Psyduck is the smallest pick, because only Fletchling is a little bit smaller.
Yeah. Yeah, no, his team it is partly defensive, but it's not too defensive either, so I don't really know what they've got going on here, what's their thought process behind.
It looks like a normal ladder team. That's all I want to say about it.
No, but it's too slow to be a normal ladder team.
Yeah, he
no,
can...
I still don't know what they've got going
No.
on here, but
He's going to
I'm really
surprise
curious. Yeah, definitely.
us. He also has not a lot of setup, or he has Houndoom and Exu and the Fletchling. Like, I'm not scared about the Riolu because of the Prankster nerf. Or no, Prankster nerf.
Prankster nerf, protect, everything can ruin the Riolu sweep. I'm just going to run, protect on my Voltorb, protect on Salandit,
Protect on
everything.
18 speed Voltorb? Yeah, perfect.
Yeah.
Alright.
Wildlife, protect, taunt for the Onyx, hit by ground.
He has a lot of type difference. Like, he has 2 water types and that's about it. And 2 poison types.
Yeah.
Alright, what do you think is going to get the most kills?
I
don't know.
I can't say. I honestly can't say. Houndour maybe, I think. That's out of his sweepers, that's the one that's easiest to set up.
I don't know either.
And it gets so many chances to flame charge on things, so you know, there's that.
I think the most kills goes to Exu. I think he gets 1 full sweep of 5 months, and that's about it for Exu. Alright, next team. We are going to Plas Magby and Kushel. And here, what is this team?
I don't know what his team is, but they've got like the first 4, 5, actually 6 picks together are really fucking solid. Just those 6 months in general is actually a really good 6-gun team.
Yeah.
And then it's got the Kabuto and the Sewaddle, which doesn't fit at all.
What is Sewaddle going to do for him, other than Snubble and Mudspray?
Yeah, it's like, what can abuse that? But also he's got that Slush Rush plus Snow Warning thing going on in the back there.
And he has
I don't know
Froakie.
what Froakie is going to do. Froakie can spikes, toxic spikes.
It cannot spike, it doesn't run spike.
It doesn't?
No, it doesn't.
Oh shit. Yeah, right. It's only toxic spikes.
I
But
think
it does get toxic spikes though.
it's going to surprise us with things like Protean set bounce. Things like that.
Maybe.
But he has everything he needs. Like, he has type difference a little bit, not as much, but he has great hazard control and he has all forms of hazards.
Yeah. Yeah, also he doesn't have too many different sweepers, but he can set up a sweep with 6-gun, he can sort of sweep with Mudbray, and then the Slush Rush, Snot from Nose Spear thingy.
Cupchew, yeah. One small reminder, go back to Serp's team, look at his hazard removal. Like, I'm going to bring webs. I'm going to tell you, Serp, you better be ready and get a defog Archon because I'm going to run webs. Alright, back.
Yeah, no, this team is really, really, really weak to flying types.
Flying?
Like, he's got a Kabuto, but look at our
that's
teams.
not going to save
you
him.
got a Boom Burst. You got a Boom Burst on the fucking Talo, or possible HP Grass, and that's just going to clean. HP Grass is a clean one-shot kill, I think, and Boom Burst, I think that is going to 2-hit KO.
I think Pikipek is better because he has an Amora.
Definitely. Pikipek is just going to sweep this guy. I mean, I'm going to Flame Charge, I'm going to Bullet Seed. Set Flame Charge.
Set Flame Charge, oh shit. But did you know that Cupchew is actually pretty legit in draft? Like, I think it has base 75 attack and it has a lot of moves like Surf, Blizzard. It has superpower, play rough. It's going to do some work.
Does he still get superpower?
Yeah, it still
But
gets
I'm going
superpower.
to actually. Oh shit! I'm not going to import. I'm going to select the format. LC add Pokemon Cub 2. 70 attack, not 75. That's max 17 attacks and not 18. That's actually kind of huge, I think.
Yeah.
If you think about life orb numbers. Also, no, it can run 13 speed and then max attack, so that's not too big of a deal. It's got solid defensive stats, to be honest. Can you run life orb numbers with? No, you can't. You get minimum 20 HP, so you can't run 19 HP life orb. Still though, Blizzard.
Yeah.
That's okay.
Blizzard,
Ice,
Surf.
I think you don't need Ice Punch. I think Ice Punch is the strongest physical ice move it gets, which is kind of bad.
It has avalanche, but that's
his
still
special
life.
attack stat is just one less than his attack stats. You know, there's that. If we go Blizzard and then just put on Ice Punch, he's got low kick and no. Yeah, he's got superpower too. He's got Surf, Shadow Claw, which is probably useless unless
Shadow Claw?
you're running to like.
Oh yeah, Honedge.
Yeah, it's good for Honedge, it's good for Frillish if anyone's got that. Play rough for fighting types, power up punch if you need to set up someone.
I like it. I like his pick, but
Aerial Ace, dig.
what do you
That's actually
think about his speed? Because maybe that's why he drafted Sticky Webs. His team is really slow. It has a lot of speed gaps. Like it's 14 speed, then it goes to Froggy, then it goes to Stunky.
Yeah, Stunky can get 18 speed, but those sets aren't really that viable. I mean, it's okay. I've run that before, and it's fun to use, but
It's good with Taunt. That's about it.
no, you got like special set Life Orb with Fire Blast. That's actually really good for Ponyards, for example, that often switch in on Stunky. And then like Sludge Bomb, Explosion, Sucker Punch.
Explosion, oh shit.
Yeah, and it's got that Diglett to trap.
I did not even see the Diglett.
It can't deal with it, but
Another small thing, he doesn't have any pivots.
yeah,
No U-turn, no Volt Switch. And that's going to, I think that is the biggest thing that's going to hold him back.
yeah, no, they really need to play their Diglett really fucking good.
Yeah.
Get a couple
Like,
good hard switches.
making
double
those
switches.
doubles. Or triples even.
Yeah, no, if Plus and Kushal can play this right, then these are definitely going to be interesting games. That is for sure.
Alright, what do you think the most kills? 6 Goon? Alright. That's not even a question.
I was thinking Diglett.
Diglett? Oh yeah. Yeah, I was thinking Mudspray, Diglett or Sixagoon.
Mudbray, Diglett, or Sixagoon, yeah.
Alright, let's
Maybe
move
the
on.
Cup Shoe if they place it right.
Alright.
I don't know.
What were you supposed to say about Smoochum?
Smoochum's got a 19 special attack.
19.
It's one of the strongest special attackers in the whole tier. It's got Ice Beam, it's got Psychic. It doesn't have a lot of coverage, but it does get like Fake Out, Encore, Protect, so it's definitely
it gets
useful.
Aurora
Useful.
feel. It gets a feel.
It does.
Yeah.
Yeah. So the pales at the wrong way. Yeah, that could actually work. That's the worst part.
Yeah, that's the worst part. He has the Pancham, Corfish and the Bunnelby in webs. And
Yeah.
yes, I think this Vampy is just going to put in some work.
Yeah. It's also made sure not to use some defoggers, it seems. Only got Anrit as a spinner.
That is weak to rocks.
Yeah.
I
So
don't-
it's a bit weird like that. I'm definitely going to run like Stealth Rocks against this guy.
I'm going to run
then-
webs versus him and just going to run everything with HP fighting and sub.
Wait, do I have any defoggers on my team? I got no defoggers. That's weird.
Oh, you don't?
But I'm going to run Thunderbolt on Staryu, that's for sure.
Thunderbolt Star, alright.
No, wait, set Thunder.
Jesus. That was, I think, 88%, so that can work.
We'll see.
Are we all ignoring his why not, or?
Yeah, we are definitely ignoring his line.
Alright, we are not going to talk about that. But he has all forms of hazards and control. Spin block, hazards, and yeah, everything.
He's got T spikes. Does he got spikes?
Yeah, his chest spin.
Chest spin gets spikes. I kind of forgot.
I'm
Yeah, he's got a lot of hazards and he's got a frillish, which is a solid spin block. Just so also point out.
At the same
Overall,
time,
it's-
he is weak to Gasly, while he has some really hard counters to it.
Yeah, he's got chest spin, which is a hard counter, but unless he's running a really good, especially defensive set, psychic is still going to hurt from a life of Ghastly. You can also run like Hidden Power Fire or something, I think.
Hidden Power
It'll do a
Fire
shit
looks
ton.
good versus him.
Yeah.
Alright, next team.
Next team. Second to last team, I think.
Alright.
Yeah, team.
Look at this Daramaka dancing. And
Yeah, no, he's on some sort of drug. I'm
Oh,
not
wait,
entirely sure
wait,
what kind
wait.
of drug, but I really want to know because that looks lit.
we forgot one thing. What's going
What?
to get the most kills?
Oh, Bumblebee.
Oh, I think the Garfish.
Yeah, maybe, but still, I want to put my chances on Bumblebee.
Bumblebee? Alright.
Okay,
Are we going to do a point system, like how many guesses we got right for the most kills?
Yeah, we can do that.
Perfect. Alright, so tell me about his team.
First of all, it's actually one of the fastest teams here. He's got 4 Pokemons with 19 speed. Darmaki is almost always scarfed, so I mean we could just count it as scarfed. It could be like set snatch or like fucking what could it be?
I used Flame Plate Daramaka once.
Flame Blade was it?
Yeah.
Viper used that against me.
Flame
He's
Plate?
got Cotton the Canister, he's got Shell Smash or also dual hazards in double, which is solid. He's got Snower plus that fucking Sandshrew, which is really fucking solid. It's overall just a fast team.
Yeah, and I think he is defensive, not that great, but he has one of the best. He has the best wall breakers.
Yeah, he's got such a great offensive pressure from this team.
Like you
Then
kill
to-
one and then like Daramaka comes in and is going to kill you. It's a punch for punch battle.
Yeah, and it's got, you can't really sweep him either because he's got that sturdy juice Dwebble as a safe card. He's got Apom with Fake Out. He's got Abra with Focus Sash. He's got a Prankster Cottony. And
Yeah.
he's got speed control with not speed control, but
He has-
like Snower and Sandshrew can most likely outspeed you.
Imagine a set splash from Baneri, then Baton Pass into Daramaka. What's
Yeah.
going to die?
Something just dies. You
Yeah.
don't even really need to run hustle on Darmaka anymore.
In a focus,
Nuclear
just for
Fury is like-
just for MK, in the sun and no fake out for me out. That's
Yeah.
going to be great.
Yeah, I think this is the second contender. Contender. What even is that? I think this is probably
This is going
along
to be
with what was it? Team number 2, Altarial Von Sweep and Bishop Rollers team. The most solid team in this draft.
solid. I don't think it's solid.
I think it's very solid.
Why? I think it's going to win but not with a high differential like 1-0 or 2-0, because everything dies on this team. But
Yeah, no, it's definitely going to win with like 1-0, 2-0 and so on, but it's still going to win, and that's my whole point.
True. What's going to get the most kills?
I would actually put my money on Sandshrew.
Sandshrew.
I don't think he's going to bring it in a lot of games, but the games where he brings it, he's going to snatch like 3 or 4 kills.
And last pick Sandshrew. Do you see that? I would even pick it without hail, because it still has a rep spin and 14 speed with Scarf.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know why it gone so late. Alright, last team. And this one is scary as hell.
Yeah.
Look at this Rufflet, his Ghastly, his Snivy.
Yeah, no, also that Torchic is just going to
And
Torchic
Almanite
with
just sitting
Snivy.
there.
Oh fuck, Dundee's wrecked me with that once. Set ring out.
Set ring out,
She
yeah.
just killed my Ponyta.
I see a weakness in his team, and that weakness is really big. First, look
Rock.
at his rock weakness. Yeah.
Yeah.
He has no spin. Yeah, he has Pinnacle as spinner, and he has Rufflet as defogger. Because it gets the defog now.
Oh, okay. Well, that's at least good. Yeah, no, Rufflet as defogger is important for him. Pinnacle can't really spin on anything.
Did the team draft Tentacle? 1 second, I'm going to look really quick. I don't think no one got Tentacle.
No one got Tentacle, no.
If I was him, and Slap,
if
you look at this
Tentacle,
video,
yeah.
if you look at this video, Slap, draft Tentacle over something like Mime Jr. Trust me, it's going to work out for you a lot.
Yeah, no, what I don't get is the Shellos. Why did they draft Shellos?
Shellos can take any one hit, it counters a lot, and people underestimate its bulk.
Yeah, no, it's bulky as fuck.
Yeah.
That's the thing, but it doesn't really do anything else.
It sits there and lets you not set up. Like, that's Clear Mark, Yawn. If it gets some assets,
that's actually true.
he can just yawn all day.
Yeah, that's kind of true, actually.
What about Ephilite Rufflet with Baton Pass Torchic?
Yeah, like, he's got so many possibilities for that Torchic. He can pass a speed into Rufflet, he can pass speed to Ghastly, pass to Snivy, pass to that, like,
Also
even
everything.
Gibble or Machop. Almanite.
And he trap to trap things.
But look at his team. Outside of Torchic, his team is really... He's got a lot of 16 speed, 15 speed. He's got 117, I think. That's about it. He's got that.
He has a Ghastly.
The rest is just slow.
Yeah.
Abra, well played. Abra beats this team, for example.
But I think he's going to run a Scarver every match, because if you look at his potential Scarvers, he has the Rufflet and La Festa, and both of those are really great as Scarver, and I'm not seeing him running a bulky La Festa without a solid Rapid Spinner or Defogger.
Yeah, no, that's... Well, I think bulky La Festa actually is a bit better than Scarf when Stealthrox are up, just because you can Morning Sun up.
Oh, good point. He's going to run Calm Mind La Festa. I'm calling it every match. So, what do you think gets the most kills? I think Rufflet.
I would put my money on either Snivy or Ghastly.
Oh yeah, Snippy is also a good one. But like...
Snivy is probably his best sweeper.
If Rufflet comes out, it's like, alright, I have no switch-ins, I'm going to sack something later.
Yeah.
And then
Torchic plus Snivy is just going to annihilate everything.
But
also, it's got that Shell Smash potential in Omanite, which is, you know...
That Rufflet can run, if we're going to switch out, it can be Bulk Up, it can be Sub, it can be Tailwind. Ooh, that Rufflet is going to break us.
Yeah, that Rufflet is actually going to... that Rufflet is going to kill us.
Yeah.
Because...
Praise the Rufflet.
Praise the Rufflet.
Yeah. What do you think? Who got the best draft?
As mentioned, it's either Altarian, Full Sweep and Bishop Brawler. With the Aurora Whale, Vulpix, and then Spritzy, Clamperl. Those are the most important pokes, at least. And Pumpkaboo, of course, Carvana, Ponyta. And his 3 defoggers, of course.
3,
or PDM Blink.
But he is not going to defog his fail.
Definitely not.
I think the best team is team number 9 from Slap, if he gets a Rapid Spinner, a better one. Like, he has so many ways to win. And the other one, I think, is Me With You, if he plays his Sticky Web right.
Yeah.
But he doesn't even need Sticky Web.
Yeah, no, I understand, but Sticky Web, it is actually quite easy to deal with too. Now for me, Sticky Web is actually a huge problem because I only got Rapid Spinners and they're all kind of weak to No, I've got one rapid spinner and it struggles with
Yeah.
that little frillish of his, but like Altarial Fun Sweep, definitely not going to lose to Sticky Web.
No.
He's even got that Defiant in Mankey, which is kind of huge. I don't think you really care that much. You can even just.
I'm going to bring it, and I'm just going to bring it if I need it. That's it.
You can even just Rock Blast with that fucking Sheller of yours to just get rid of that spinner rack.
Oh yeah. But I'm going to end this video. All right?
Yeah, that's probably a good idea. I think
we are past 40 minutes.
Yeah, that's kind of overtime, I think.
All right, guys. So what team do you like the most? Send it in the comments and vote for your best team. I see you guys all later. Phil, do you want to say anything?
Push to 9/11.
Bye.
I don't know.